Hello guys. So yeah, it's been a bit of a break for me from making these videos since I was feeling a bit under the weather for a while, and even now my voice is a bit shaky, but let's see how it holds through this video. So yeah, this game was finished I think like a week ago or maybe more. It was a 4-player game versus Whsvin, Martin Pecheur, Majondor. And I think Majondor is a new player in this series of videos. He's an Aussie player, very strong, and Martin doesn't need any introduction. And Whsvin is from Hong Kong. I'm not sure if I played him yet in these videos, maybe not. So yeah, let's take a look at the leaders and wonders right quick. There's Ziska and Saladin, Columbus, also Suez with Cook, so maybe some colony play possible. And then there's H3, there's Red Cross, Spaceflight, and also Hollywood with Marlene, but no Buck or Shakespeare present during H2, and Gandhi also for some plays. So yeah, could be a science game, could be a bit of a colony play. Let's see. So yeah, VSS goes for, I'm gonna call him V from this on. V takes Caesar. There's some Wonders and Ashoka as an alternative, but I think he likes Caesar a lot. It gives a lot of control of the event deck, and you can always put some pressure on the rest of the field. So yeah, and then Martin, he likes roads, and Ashoka maybe not the absolute best with the roads since you're CI tight anyway, but it could work. Also, the position might not be great, but it could work out just fine. Majondor then just takes pyramids with the frugality. Yeah, standard stuff. And for me, yeah, it's not the best possibilities for me. Let's see what I land on. I go for Aristotle with the Acropolis. Of course, there's maybe taking EG with the Acropolis, but that would have, yeah, it was basically maybe a bit of a hate draft if there's no like real great leader coming out. For my under Aristotle with the pyramids could be nice, and I just valued getting a leader with the Acropolis. There's also the synergy for maybe an early monarchy. So yeah, first turn, mine leader. Yeah, he has the EG, so he skips the popping, but he can. Well, he might draw some events to play, maybe missing out on some religion, but also having Colosseum doesn't really require the religion. And the way he plays, he might even like that the population is not in religion anyway, and in some form of military tech. And then, of course, elects, goes for standard stuff and takes his first yellow card. There's a wide variety of choice, and he lands on this urban growth. Yeah. Majondor Hippocrates came out of the deck, and he's available for 1. So a nice one there. So yeah, the basic stuff: leader, election, and mine and pop. And for me, there's no cheap decks available for Aristotle, but also the first row with the HA cards is not too great. So yeah, I decided to go for a tech, and of course got a really good work, but it also a bit depends on what I draw. Of course, yeah, now like this I still leave it for 2 civil actions for Whsvin, who probably likes it just if he manages to draw a lot of colonies with Caesar and then seeds them in. At least it remains for 2 CA. And I suppose that irrigation is a more flexible card. It doesn't require drawing colonies, so yeah, just go for that. Also breakthrough could be possible, but yeah, I just like to have a tech already in hand. And what do you know, I draw a good harvest, so yeah, could be playable quite soon. Planning. Let's see what there's. Civil life markets or trade routes. Whsvin, I think, goes for. What did he go for? He take the trade routes, probably. Yes. Yes, with lab, a stage, another stage. Doesn't like the Kado for 2. Martin with his favorite masonry. And obviously it's great with the roads. And also cartography. In another game he boasted on having the full H1 blue deck is his dream. And yeah, it's obviously great, but let's see if we can collect Code of Laws and Warfare as well. So yeah, take some cards. Gets the rock bonus for Ashoka. There was really no way of getting the food bonus since the card row is pretty monotone. Yeah, religion, which is great for me with the Acropolis. And chooses to go for code. Can't go for it yet, but soon enough. And with the pyramids, you can just take yellow cards and hope to be able to play them. So yeah, I decided not to seed yet the good harvest. I was maybe a bit worried about getting too many resources and not getting out of corruption nicely. Since there's a monarchy for 1, and also with religion revealed, theology with the Aristotle bonus is quite nice. And then I actually decided to take even another card, since yeah, if I pop I go into consumption, and religion is already out, so I did not like it too much that frugality would be there. The popping, I didn't like it too much. And also like this, the Silk Road will be gone if Martin, did he already go for the masonry? No, he didn't, so it wouldn't be even possible for him to go for it, since I think civil life development is gone already. So yeah, first iron for we can already go for it. So Yeah, he just takes food corruption, which is not bad since he's not in consumption yet. So strong turn. Martin then obviously goes for masonry and then finishes Roman roads quite nicely, and he can collect his third H1 blue tech from his dream. So yeah, he's just done 2 science production, skips the breakthrough. Well, maybe he can in a few turns get the code going. Also maybe doesn't want to leave it for me for 1, so probably just good to take it away. Some more population, and of course this guy will be taken. He needs a replacement anyway, and this guy is available for 1, which is maybe a crime for him to be available for 1. But yeah. Yeah, some more science from the deck, and I stated the good harvest at this point. And I just finished Wonder. Go for the monarchy. Well, not very cheaply, but still quite cheap, and it's pretty early, so should work out just fine. Then I pop, get out of corruption, take warfare for the science bonus, and it's always nice to have it in the last position. Of course, it isn't the best match with the monarchy, but yeah, it's 1 science more anyway, and I can take the breakthrough as well. And yeah, at this point I was eyeing, since I did not build my second lab yet, I was eyeing Gutenberg. And yeah, with eyeing Gutenberg, it's quite nice to have the warfare as an option, since it's generally quite greedy to play Guten from the last position, but I might be able to defend. Also Himeji could be available. So I decided to catch up the science with Gutenberg. So Martin then goes for Saladin. Takes EG. Yeah, it's quite a nice card. I don't know which wonder he's planning to go for, but yeah, it's a nice card. Maybe is it that nice for 2? Yeah, maybe that with Himeji coming down could be too strong to give Himeji with the Engineering Genius. So yeah, I can get behind that. Some more food. Code, lab, Ziska, and second iron. Yeah, he's not guaranteed to go for it next turn, but maybe can go for it next turn. Just takes bread. I think there's beer in the game. Yep. For me, I seeded knowledge of the ancients. Yeah, I didn't want to seed raiders, even though I was eyeing the imagery. But yeah, with Ziska and some other players could maybe go for more strength than me. I don't have a tactic yet. So just since I go for imagery, it makes sense just to seed the knowledge, since I can already maybe get the extra rock for next turn, since it's in the new deck. So yeah, I go for Guten. I had some trouble going for the turn I liked. I may have liked to score more science with Aristotle, but that didn't really pan out the way I wanted. So I just popped a lot and then went for the imaging. And yeah, I'm not quite sure if it was possible to plan a turn where I also use Aristotle once more, but I didn't find a nice solution. And yeah, he did score me, I think, for science, so not the worst Aristotle anyway. So yeah, some science lost. Matan maybe hurt more since he has a lot of blue decks and could go for the code, and now loses 2. And a territory won by Matan. For 2 cards. Oh, obviously it's nice. Also spending 2 cards might come back to haunt, since just likes to go for some strength, and with Siege I might have a little plan of getting stronger now. And yeah, now it's a lot of pressure on Matan. And maybe has a nice colony even. And then let's take printing press. So quite greedy there. Skip the swordsman, take corruption. Well, he just scored 6 rocks from the colony. But now, since he sent away 2 cards, it's quite likely that even 1 aggression from we is enough. Maybe if he has a double aggression, it might be very bad. So another colony, so Matan is safe for now by the colony. No aggression anyway. Coming. Majondor then can then go for alchemy. I think it's the first alchemy if I'm correct. And also Theo, yeah, Theo with the pyramids, and yeah, it's very playable. Also makes him maybe a bit safer and doesn't need to invest that much into military against we. So yeah, for me, since the good harvest did not come out, it's quite nice to get some production going. It's made of corruption, and then I just didn't find a real nice way to go for anything else, and this is of course just for 2 CA, and activating Gutenberg is nice, and then I'm guaranteed to start going for those alchemies, maybe slowly, maybe a bit more quick if I wish to, but at least I can guarantee that I can go for it now or the next time. And yeah, frugality could be nice. And I think there was some, yeah, I wanted to leave Machu for 2 for we. Might fancy it since the second irrigation is already there. Could go for it without corruption, I think. And also show a tactic just to reveal it in H1 and and then I can keep more cards. Well, not that I maybe need all those cards, but yeah, basically just using the MA earlier. Some more defense cards. Food for everyone, and I also get the open borders with we. So yeah, maybe it is that I can probably defend and just offers it to the strongest, militarily strongest opponent at this point. Yeah, can go for Columbus, and let's see later what colony he has. Taking Richland and open growth, so doesn't like Machu here. Yeah, it could even work without irrigation somewhat, but maybe it just doesn't like it. And then can go for seeding something, and yeah, all the wonders that he may wish to have are for 2. So he basically could here just go for Universitas and finish it. I think that could be strong. It's always nice to have some nicely producing wonders when you're a bit weaker, since those can't be destroyed. But yeah, he likes to go for code and Basilica. Yeah, that also helps with the population. Can put more into military if he needs. So probably a close call. But he leaves him quite open. Yeah, he's just leaves it so that we can have an aggression if he has one. Probably thinks that maybe he likes to go for Columbus colony and just takes the CA, since it may be unlikely that he has another defense card even if he went for the strength facility. So his game looks a bit tricky now. So some more rocks. Majondor then can go for the Universitas. Can't finish now, but probably next turn. Oh, he wishes to go for some irons first. Makes sense. And yeah, with 6 CA, he can quite comfortably go for different stuff. For me, I'm not the weakest for now, but I also don't have anything to seed really. So I just start by developing the alchemy, popping a couple of times. I haven't seen Rebellion, but I will be going into some heavy unhappy phases for a while. Even though I have the theology in hand, but maybe not the most rocks to put into that. So I just hope for no rebellion, or well, then if it happens, it doesn't really matter if I have 2 unhappy phases or 3. It doesn't make a real difference. And with Gutenberg, I can still probably get out of corruption, even if the rebellion hit. So yeah, I have 10 rocks, and if I don't finish the image now, it might get a bit weird to finish it, and it also makes me quite safe for now. And yeah, then I decided that I wanna go for developing theology. Yeah, I have irrigation already. Theology I have. Drama. Yeah, there's Marlene, but I really didn't like it, so it was between developing warfare or theology. But yeah, since there's last iron coming, it could be fine to leave the option open to go for the late iron. So yep, Whsvin then goes for inhabited 1 with Columbus, builds another knight, and even another knight. So yeah, I have played him before. I thought beforehand that he's quite the balanced player, but then it maybe became quite clear that he is balanced player, but maybe a bit prone to go for military plays. So yeah, he puts a lot of pressure at least on Matan, also Majondor, and well, me as well. But yeah, I have a lot of population. If I should have to sacrifice for a warrior, it might not be too bad. It might even help with happy faces for a bit. So yeah, Matan can then go for St. Pete's, but doesn't find a way to use the EG. Just wants to save the CA and go for an early selective breeding. And also knights, yeah, it needs to maybe fill some medieval armies at some point. So here's some more strength events. Matan getting punished. Majondor just sweeps the row for any urban growths, which would be great for me. I'm really low on rocks, and I'd have free alchemy upgrades with those UGs. So yeah, I was pretty annoyed that those were taken away. But yeah, he can use them himself, and yeah, it makes my game a bit more difficult. Also starts with the Universitas. Yeah, he stays relatively weak, and yeah, he probably, yeah, Matan is maybe the more likely target, since it would be borderline possible that he can defend now, since he has drawn 3 cards from H2. So it could be an off chance that he can defend and Matan can't defend for sure, so maybe he can stay a bit weaker for now. So yeah, for me, yeah, activate Gutenberg. And then I saw the first rifles. Felt like that is a card I wanna secure for me, for myself. Went for warfare. Yeah, like this I will be safe from any aggression during the next few turns at least. Also copy tactic. Now I can still get a full draw. And yeah, that was the last iron, pretty late iron. There's coal coming down, but I just went for the warfare, and I thought there might be an event that could allow me to go for iron. I just wanted to have it as an option to maybe go for it a bit later. And yeah, draw is not too bad. It's well, I just took rifles for 3, but fortifications is still quite nice. I'm not too invested in those warriors yet, so probably can build my game around taking cannon, maybe even for 3, maybe if needed, and have a nice tactic with that. So yeah, Matan gets his first aggression, maybe not the absolute worst one, but of course it will give him some blue cube issues, and yeah, it's not it's not the worst colony to steal, but still, blue cubes are quite handy anyway, and now I can just go for two scientific methods. Well, not with the rocks that I get from that, since you only get the blue cubes, but he had enough stuff to go for 2 upgrades, so very nice. Very strong, very strong. But then offers me a trade pact, which I happily accept. And he can go for 1 coal. Yeah, he's quite weak, but maybe his best way to keep up is to try to get some more production and hope for we to not draw too many aggressions or wars. And also maybe set up a revolution at some point. The Republic doesn't help them defend, but of course the CA are quite crucial when you have to take a lot of cards. So, yep, some culture traded. Majondor can then go for a lot of science, finishing the current universities and also going for a lab upgrade. Takes EG and builds brand sacks. Yeah, the strategy at least, but yeah, for me it doesn't really work. I just went for warfare. Also, we went for warfare, so but then we'll probably have the option to either take it or not. Yeah, it's obviously nice, but then again, if you don't have any other defense, so it might get even stolen in a war. So, but yeah, it should be a nice pick for Matan. So yeah, I decided to just try an aggression without sacrifice. I just thought that maybe he hasn't drawn a defense card yet from H2. Just it was for me free since I have two spare MA. I wasn't expecting to go through, but it went, and it also is quite nice for me. It gives me some more rocks that I really need, and I can also pop 1 more time. So yeah, I can go for Gutenberg activation and pop. Yeah, with not knowing about rebellion and 3 unhappy faces, it's also a bit scary to see it anyway. But yeah, I decided that I need every rock from the row that I can take. And also architecture could help me with my rocks. And also opera, there's Marlene. Yeah, I want to have some scoring possibilities, maybe, if I can find a way to go for the opera at some point. Maybe get some rocks first and then invest in the opera, but I'm not sure if it's the best pick here. But yeah, I don't need the cavalry attack. Anyway, organized religion, I kind of committed to the theology already. So yeah, maybe there was not too much to do. And like this, I can probably save for iron and 2 upgrades next turn, should I wish to do that. Draw even more defense cards and some events. And Martin will get his science stolen. And with that science, he can go for Conman. So yeah, he's really going for the military route, and Martin is quite weak, so he can just harvest a lot of stuff from Martin. That really looks quite bleak for Martin. So yeah, I can go for SB next turn. And goes for copying the tactic, so even... Oh, did he copy it? Well, maybe not. Yeah, he's at 16 strength anyway, so yeah. And yeah, some food lost. My turn. Yeah, wonders are quite nice, as said earlier. Those can't be destroyed. And go for the second call upgrade. But doesn't take this strategy. So yeah, I think Majondor is quite happy with strategy being available for one even. With the revolutionary idea. And the first cannon. And also tap, so he has a lot of option for his strength later on. So yeah, let's see my turn first. Yeah, I'm trying to remember why I chose not to go for the iron. I mean, it's late, but now maybe it's a nice time to maybe go for the iron. But I decided to go for some strength first. So I had the patriotism that I took. Gonna go for a couple. At least one cannon, and also building a third lab. Took the wave. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I chose not to go for the iron here. I mean, I was safe from any aggression, so this might have been the time to go for the iron upgrades. So I'm really not sure why I chose not to. Yeah, maybe there was some... Yeah, if I went for the iron, it would have taken me three actions to go for 2 upgrades. Yeah, I could have then taken cannon. Yeah, I'm really not sure if that's the correct play. Maybe I thought it was quite late anyway to go for the iron and just try to get my hands on some yellow cards with rocks. Yeah, as well. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. If I went for the 2 iron upgrades and I needed to take the cannon, so then I couldn't take the wave. So maybe it's just 1 upgrade. But then I couldn't take. I had some hand space issues. So if I went for just 1 iron upgrade, then I couldn't take wave and cannon since I didn't have hand space. So yeah, maybe that's the reason. So we can go for Newton, quite nice. And yeah, he just goes for a lot of production. And maybe if Swears on the row, still next turn, could be a nice way to follow up. He could even take it and finish it now. Smack down, goes for Kremlin and some yellows. I did not see it, but obviously I did consider that possibility as well, that it might be in. So getting stronger could have an upside like this. But yeah, I obviously did not know of this, but yeah, it's always possible for that to be in, since we did seed some events. And then we go for the public. Very nice. He's now at 9+5 actions, so not looking too bad for him. And also Harvard, yeah, he's looking great. Just needs a food solution. He has a lot of actions and a lot of rocks, so yeah. And he can probably defend at least any aggression. So yeah, I seeded Cold War, since I probably can be among two of the strongest with the fortifications. And rain comes out, and obviously Matan will get punished. And then I just, yeah, I had some, yeah, it's in the next deck already. And here's maybe another chance to go for the iron. But yeah, at this point I felt like it was too late. Really too late to go for the iron. But yeah, at least like this I can activate the wave for 4. So yeah, I'm basically discarding 2 rocks with discarding the warrior, but I don't need the warrior, so yeah, just gain the rocks for now. Can go for the fortifications. And yeah, I decided to go for saving rocks by going for this architecture. It saves me 1 rock already with this last alchemy upgrade, and also saves me potential rocks if I at some point need to go for some happy faces as well. So yeah, then I could, yeah, what leaders are there? Maria, Cook, what could be interesting if there's an early oil, but yeah, I felt there's some H1 events on top. Majondor played one of those, and also we has a lot of science production, so I thought it could be possible that scientific breakthrough is in the deck. So I just wanted to go for Nobel. It also makes me strongest for now. And yeah, I don't take a lot of cards, so it could be possible that is still H2 on my next turn, and then I maybe have another shot at, if there's nothing really else to do, I could go for the iron. But yeah, it's slipping further and further away, the iron. I already have 2 turns when I could have started going for the iron. So it's maybe looking like I won't go for it. And yeah, Majondor did not take enough cards from the row, and there's Suez on the discard spot. And you can even go for it with the architecture, so yeah, his game looks okay. He doesn't have much culture, but has a 4 colony Suez and a lot of science and food, so he has a lot of potential. And yeah, what do you know? There's scientific breakthrough. I gain the most with we, and other players gain nicely as well. And with the Dark Ages gone, it's all gonna be good. And then sees my fortifications and decides to go for the last cannon. And yeah, he's recovered somewhat nicely. He has okay food, okay rocks, some science, but obviously he is still in danger. Somewhat has nice culture. So yeah, he's not out, but yeah, it's gonna be difficult. And yeah, immigration, it's another event that I had some speculations on that it could be in. And last turn I did slip in one upgrade. Break down. So it seems it reload. Went too far, I suppose. Straight here. So yeah, let's take a look here. There's the Suez, there's Martin's turn. Oh yeah, Majondor went for seeding something and immigration came out. And I thought since Majondor and I think we had those H1 events in that there might be immigration as well. So yeah, I managed to get an extra population through this. So yeah, some good guesses from me, at least. So yeah, Majondor then goes for Maria, takes the last selective for 3, but it doesn't really. He has 9 CI anyway. Can go for Hobart and upgrade some warriors. And yeah, then I seed freedom of movement. And then let's see the rest of my turn. I went for justice system. Well, that was pretty vital for me, going having only bronze for now, so I can keep more rocks. So yeah, it so happened that it was still H2. But yeah, I had given up on the iron already. So I just went for justice system and that took reserves, and then I floated. Even floated the CI. I didn't have anything to take. Or was that was rebellion? Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah, the rebellion came out, but yeah, I was pretty happy that it came out just now. I'm gonna have one more unhappy face for next turn, and yeah, like this, it was pretty minimum damage for that event that was probably going to be in anyway. But yeah, I lost 2 CA, but could then go for justice system to fix my blue cubes and also take reserves from the row. And yeah, as the story goes on, there's some more rocks and food stolen from Martin. And yeah, he has 26 rocks for now, 16 food, 15 science. So yeah, he can just do whatever, and with Newton he has unlimited CA. So yeah, let's see if I can cough up some wars, maybe some wonders to catch up in the culture game. See, maybe it looks like he has a classic army or something like that. At least Napoleon for 2 more strength, and even more if he can find a cannon also, and has a tactic even for that, so he might be able to defend for now. Team sports could be useful. Yeah, at least there's scientific cooperation. We both have a lot of science. Obviously, Majondor has more CA, so he probably gets more from it for now. But I also have a lot of science. If I can find maybe democracy or more CA through that, then we might be quite equal in this pack. So yeah, at least there's oil and computers on the row, but Yeah, I actually discussed with Majondor about this turn, and he just said that he needed to fix the food. He saw that probably is the bottleneck for him, so he probably would have had the CA to go for maybe computers or take the oil to go for it later on. But yeah, obviously there might not be time. Uh, we is quite threatening for now. But yeah, for me, I thought since I skipped the iron in hopes of maybe getting an early oil, so having it come out for Majondor already, and he has a lot of CA, so I was not too likely to maybe get the oil from my point of view, but so appeared that he just took some other cards, have some way to catch up in the culture region with movies maybe, and also patriotism is very nice for him. And yeah, with Harvard College he can always threaten to have some more potential strength anyway. Engineering is also very nice with the science pact going, and movies with the engineering are very nice. So at least there was the possibility to go for oil for me. First of all, there's call to arms. I seeded national pride. Yeah, just I have the most culture at this point, and I have a possibility to win the national pride. If I don't, it isn't like the worst thing to happen. And yeah, colonies. Well, I have the defense cards now, but maybe I have to use them for defending aggressions. And yeah, with no uh, navigation or anything like that, it might be a bit weird. So yeah, then it came down to yes, it's a very early oil. I have Himeji. I can for now defend. Yeah, there's also Air Force, which is yeah, we will get it for sure. It's the first one, but yeah, maybe yeah, maybe it once again comes down to playing for the win or playing for maybe just securing to not get warped by we and secure second place might be a safer play. Yeah, there's reserves on the row. I could maybe just take Air Force with reserves. Yeah, yeah, there are ways to play it other than going for the oil. But yeah, the way I played it, I left myself open to get maybe oil. And with the reserves, I can just go for one oil now, and with the reserves, I can go for second oil next turn. So I decided to go for the oil since I felt that maybe I'm not the most likely target for wars, since Martin has a lot of culture too, and he is uh, quite a bit weaker for now than me. So I decided to that I can afford the oil, and obviously it's a very big boost for me. Let's go for oil, one upgrade, and oh, go for opera. I think I was eyeing the freedom of movement I played, but I think this is a mistake. It's just a mistake to leave the reserves in the row. Yeah. Yeah, and I think this can be excused really. It's just probably a misplay. I just too greedy. Just too greedy. Even though Matan is a likely target for some wars in the next turns, it's just too greedy to skip the reserves. So yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I can still go for 2 more cannons with the Imagery sacrifice. So for now, I'm probably not the war target. But yeah, I think it's too greedy. And yeah, there's a H2 war, but against Majondor. There's the Air Force. Popping reserves. So yeah, I really hate leaving the reserves. Yeah, or I hate the play that I left the reserves. But yeah, maybe some in-game explanation for that, but I just don't see any. I just saw that is too greedy. And yeah, then there's loss of sovereignty offered to we by Matan. And yeah, we obviously sees that Matan probably can't keep up anyway, and he doesn't need to war him in order to win. And I obviously for now have the most culture potential if I don't get punished. So yeah, that was at this point I had some ruling images in my head about this end game. But yeah, quite nice for Martin. He doesn't play for the win, but like this he can probably salvage 3rd place at best. But yeah, it also depends on the war draw for we. Still goes for those military build-ups, maybe just taking it away from me and my Ondo as well, but maybe me first of all. Copies my tactic and plays for reserves for rocks. There's the waste territory too. It's won quite cheaply. Majondor then has to defend the wall. Can go for some extra rockets. Can go for reserves with the Harvard. Even another rocket. Has a nice tactic. Well, outdated for now, but maybe he can find some modern infantry with that later on. So yeah, he's still gonna lose 2 cubes. So yeah, with the Science Pact and with Acropolis, I just have enough to go for demo. Doesn't really affect my defense, so I think it's fine to go for it. That's revolutionary idea on the road, so I can go for the demo and then still threaten to have enough science for Air Force. So I think that's the way I played it. I just go for demo every time. Yeah, also paint some major targets on my back, but I really don't see another way. I need to see to maybe end the game earlier, etc. So yeah, this build two more units and take those nice yellow cards. So yeah, I can still threaten another army plus the imagery. But yeah, it just won't be enough if we has drawn a war already. So let's see about his war draw. 2 yellow cubes transferred, and yeah, I get the first war, even with the MT and tanks. So yeah, let's see how big it gets. Even at Curie, yeah, 72. So yeah, it's yeah, it's pretty bleak at this point. But I also did this on myself as well for a bit, but obviously that he has drawn a war this early already without extra draws. Yeah, it wasn't for certain that he had drawn a war. So yeah, I was maybe hoping that he did not draw a war yet. And yeah, I did have also the rifleman. So since Majondor already showed the entrenchment, so if the war had been a turn later, it would have been an easier defense for me, but he already drew it, so yeah, too bad. And still goes for some strength, maybe can threaten a defense versus aggression from Majondor or me. But yeah, it's just basically clicking buttons and taking MT away from the other guys. Just tries to make Majondor and me a bit weaker uh, compared to we. See, Majondor goes for an infantry, can use the Maria Rock to get some more nice strength. Force fundamentalism, so he prepares a nice defense. Probably he can't be warred like this. I see the impact of industry, at least it's quite neutral. Even though I might have to disband some small mines, but I just wanted to see it. So yeah, at least there was freedom of movement that I had seeded, so it makes my defense a bit easier. Like, for rifles I put a small farm into warriors, so I can go for 2 upgrades and copy the tactic. Going for 42 with the Himeji. Should I choose to sacrifice, it also would leave me a bit too open to aggression from Majondor. So let's see if I even can sacrifice. So yeah, we had already shown a tendency to draw wars, but maybe having drawn 2 already, I just felt like I need to maybe play it like he doesn't have the other war. It doesn't really make a difference. I could threaten in some cases maybe another entrenchment tactic, and maybe a couple of efforts, but yeah, that's one more efforts in the deck, so it didn't really make a difference. So I decided to play around. Maybe there's no follow up war, and have a nice potential to score nicely with the spaceflight. There's also EG, so I took that. And yeah, then I needed to think about my H3 leader. there was Mandela. I had an unhappy worker, so I could have taken him for now. Even take him in hand since Nobel still gives me 4-point swing against Wii with his strength. So maybe just take Mandela in hand, but also with Marlene, I could threaten the third entrenchment with the resources that I have. So I thought I might be better leaving the option open to go for Marlene, just for the strength, and maybe before the end build one opera. So let's see what I do with the rest. Efficient upgrade. Yeah, having seeded the industry, it could be nice to maybe upgrade one more oil. So I just play the rev to be efficient, and also, and yeah, that was that. Yeah, I could have played the reserves as well, but I did not. I wasn't quite sure if I. Yeah, obviously I can't really play it for food anyway, but I just wanted to. Since I probably need to play the rev ID anyway, so that was the safest one to go for now. But yeah, obviously one consideration was if I even should take the space flight and paint a big target on my back, since I just took a war from B, but maybe if I somehow could play it around like that V doesn't like me for the last war, but then again Majondor can defend quite nicely, so I thought that the war will be on me anyway, even if I take the spaceflight or not. So I decided to just go for hoping there's no second war and try to maximize my potential. But yeah, there's another war. Yeah, he can just go for one more night upgrade. Doesn't really need to go too deeply into this war. He can just get a comfortable war like this. Can go for demo. And yeah, he went for an extra night. Maybe there's a colony that he wishes to maybe be a bit for. But yeah, at this point it was quite clear that I'll have a real struggle even be third. And yeah, there's even Ico. So yeah, for this war it will be. Well, no, yeah, the first war was evaluated already, so it doesn't really make a big difference. It maybe it's the most difference that those Nobel Prizes won't be scored. And there's Marlene. I could maybe go for. Then again, Majondor might be going for him. So Martin just goes for movies. He can go for movies with Chaplin. So yeah, he still can be aggressive, but not really ward. Yeah, not ward. No, he can't be ward since he has pact. But yeah, there's an occupation. Nice red cross. Can go for engineering and 4 stages and some nice techs. So yeah, there's gonna be one more card in the deck, so H will end, but I would have the option to resign. But yeah, resigning would mean that I'm just fourth with well, there's a bit no possibility of doing anything else, and I still have a slight shot at overtaking Martin. So it just felt like, yeah, could be okay to resign. Yeah, maybe if the season was a bit more advanced, and we would be direct competition with me, so I could just secure that he doesn't really get that much from the war. Just seven culture for the cancelled war. So yeah, maybe if there was another league standing, it could be. And so yeah, resignation wouldn't be at all like frowned upon. It's just I'm probably gonna lose anyway, so I could resign maybe in some cases if there was a different league standing. But yeah, it felt like I can still cough up uh, a an okay defense, and there's a slight chance that I can get third. So I seeded culture. Let's see what I have. I still have. Well, I can't overtake Martin in that department, but yeah, I'm really not sure. Yeah, maybe it was mainly hoping for some help from the deck. I mean, obviously Martin's my direct competition in this game, so it probably, yeah, I can maybe get second in that department, in the culture department, but it was mostly just hoping for something from the deck to help with the war. And yeah, there was historic territory revealed. Well, that, yeah, it could have helped me, but Majondor was willing to bid a whole army for that, so he won it for that amount, and I still have to fix my happiness otherwise in other ways. And yeah, Majondor was kind enough to leave me the Air Force. No, it was Martin. Yeah, Martin did leave me the Air Force, so I can at least go for one arena and one Air Force. So yeah, I ended up not going for Malin, so having Mandela already could have been real nice. But yeah, that was the reason I didn't go for Mandela there earlier. I can even build a step of Majondor's wonder. I take famine for that, but it's still +2, and obviously I'm looking at another famine turn for the last turn, but I can also maybe sacrifice some units to get back into lesser consumption. Plus, they could be events that keep food. So I just decided to take the +2 for now, and maybe I could build a farm for the last turn or get food from the deck. So yeah, get up to 58, and I can sacrifice the Air Force, reducing the war to just 17. No, still 34.4. So quite big even with that. Independence Declaration. So it's probably a nice event such as Strength. So he probably has drawn an aggression as well, and he would have a guaranteed aggression on maybe me or Majondor. Well, Majondor most likely, since he's looking the best for now. Just goes for my multimedia. Just takes a lot of cards, since Majondor can still use those cards. And now Pact has done its job. And yeah, with seeding the culture, I was quite sure that this is Martin's play for the last turn, so it reduces Whee's culture production. So let's see, he has 10 for now, and I can build one opera on the last turn if there's no extra rocks for me to build the space flight. So yeah, I can at least overtake we in some scenarios for the culture. Did this break down again? Suppose so. Let's take one more time from the last turn. No, it went too far. Sorry about this. We're having technical difficulties. So yeah, this was this. Just scroll this for now. So yeah, Martin cancels that, goes for some text and depletes row, so Majondor can go for much. Some adjustments. Prosperity, so that fixes my food. I can even pop. Majondor goes for Gandhi. And yeah, some LOL plays playing for the endowment for 0 culture. Yeah, since I went for Gandhi, I could plunder him, but that doesn't really make a real difference. Well, it could make a difference actually, since I could finish the space flight. It would be a lot of points. It's not shown there, but quite a lot of points. So yeah, I'm just unhappy that I'm not sure if I even drew plunder earlier, but yeah, it makes more sense for me anyway to target Martin, since he's the only one that I can probably overtake in the final score. So yeah, I do what I can. Attack Martin. I mean, it's a bit sad that I did not. Yeah, I suppose I did not draw any aggressions that give rocks. Would have been nice to have raided Martin's opera, then overtake him in culture. Yeah, that did not happen. At least I can go for the armed intervention. And Bob go for the theater to overtake other players than Martin in the culture. And yeah, finally start with the space flight, maybe a bit too late. So yeah, final score. There's industry that I win. Science, well, at least 5 versus Martin. Strength is still 5 versus Martin, but only one more event left, and that's the one I seeded. So yeah, I managed to lose this game, but yeah, there were some places where I could have played it a bit different. Not sure about the iron. There were a couple of occasions I could have opted to go for the iron, but chose not to. And also leaving the reserves on that one turn on the row did not feel too great after, on this second watch. And yeah, what else? Yeah, with maybe some different draws, I could have finished the space flight and overtake Martin. Yeah, so there were. I felt good about this game. I had a nice Gutenberg. I think I counted 7 activations, so one of the better ones that I ever had. And we was drawing wars quite nicely. I don't know if he just drew the 2 or maybe more. But obviously I got warred big 2 times and only lost by 50 points, so yeah, there could have been some other ways for it to go, but obviously I wasn't well enough prepared for the wars, so nothing to really complain about there. But yeah, with some different scenarios, I could have maybe done a bit better. So yeah, I think that will be it for today. Thanks again, and I'll try to post another game quite soon. So yeah, for now, yeah, maybe we can even take a look at the standings a bit later on, but at this point I'm like 5th or something in the league, and at this point Majondor had a pretty rough start for the season, but now he's done a lot better now. So I think at this point there's we, Majondor and PV4 that have the best chances of winning the league. And then there's me, Martin, Finestus that are quite a bit tight at the bottom end. But yeah, still a lot to play for. So yeah, let's continue with the next game a bit later on. And yeah, I suppose I also wanna thank Weidenbaum for the second shout out in his DCL video. I appreciate the shout outs to maybe get some more people to watch the game, since Weidenbaum is not covering the international championship for now, at least not all games. And he said that he's gonna cover the intermezzo next season when he just returned to us mere mortals in Master League. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna be in Master League also, so it's basically a 50-50 chance if I should be in the same league with Weidenbaum for the next season of Intermezzo. And yeah, if that happens, I could maybe challenge him to maybe make a joint video of one game from that season, but let's see if he agrees. So yeah, for now, bye bye.